Welcome back, guys. RSX all-wheel drive episode number 5. I finally have basically some stuff to share with the project, so I thought I'd make a video and bring you up to speed as to what's happening, because I get asked all the time, where's the RSX, what's going on with the RSX? So it's finally time to do a little update video for you guys. The car is all-wheel drive now. All the drivetrain stuff is done, but I'm still working out what to do about the gas tank. I haven't figured out a solution for the gas tank yet. Worst case scenario, I will use a fuel cell, but that will be the last case scenario. I'm still pretty confident I can figure out an OEM gas tank, and you guys have been great. You've suggested all kinds of gas tanks that seem like good fits and possibly would work, so I did end up buying a bunch of them. I bought this one, which is a Jeep Patriot, of a 2016 Jeep Patriot. Unfortunately, although it looks like it would have fit, once I got it in my hands and test fit it, didn't fit. Also, this Ford EcoSport, the 2018 EcoSport gas tank. This looked super promising. It is super close to fitting, but ultimately it is just too tight and it does not fit. This is the RSX gas tank. It's so small by comparison to it's so narrow by comparison to all these other gas tanks. And this is the issue, that it's just so narrow. There's not much space to work with back there. All that being said, I think I've identified another potential gas tank, but it's from Japan and I've ordered it. It is not a Civic Vario gas tank. I wish I could get my hands on a Civic Vario gas tank that would bolt right in, but I've tried to get one of those gas tanks. They're impossible. They've been discontinued. I can't get my hands on a used one, but if anyone can find one, let me know. I would happily buy a Civic Vario gas tank, at least one of the all-wheel drive ones that will work in this application. But either way, the gas tank I found is from a Honda. It's in Japan. It's Japanese only. I have ordered one. It's on its way. It should be here in about 2-3 weeks, I'm hoping. I've been waiting for it for a while, and once I get it in my hands and test it a little bit, I will share with you what it is, whether or not it fits, and let you know. But until then, why don't I share with you where we are at with the actual all-wheel drive conversion. And like I said, it's basically all done. All the drivetrain stuff is bolted in. The custom drive shaft has been made and it's bolted in and fits well and lines up really well. We ended up measuring what the distance would be and determining where we wanted the viscous coupler to go, and basically gave all the dimensions to a local drive shaft shop. And originally I thought they were gonna have to use parts from the Land Rover drive shaft and parts from a Honda CRV drive shaft, but ultimately they only ended up using this section of the Land Rover drive shaft, and everything else was custom. They cut out the viscous coupler section with the joints and then made the rest. They ended up upgrading this end with 1310 joints, which required new brackets or whatever you want to call them, and they ended up upgrading this end as well with a 1310 joint, and then installing a slip joint that can allow for rocking of the engine back and forth, just to take up any movement back and forth, because basically the rest of the drive shaft is all solidly mounted. This is all solidly mounted and the diff's mounted, so that stuff shouldn't move at all, but the front will, so hence the slip joint at the front. Yeah, so the drive shaft's installed. It was pretty cool getting it all set up. I unfortunately don't have any video of that, but we ended up using a laser to line everything up and getting it all nice and straight, and fits really well with Red from Pirate Garage's rear diff mount that we ended up using. So thanks again, Red, for making that diff mount. But that's about it. Oh, one last thing I don't think I mentioned before. What I have mentioned is that this is a CRV front subframe, and what we needed to do, or what I needed to do, was get this innovative rear engine mount from Innovative. This is basically just replacement CRV rear engine mount that they sell and they have on their website. I ordered it individually and it fits perfectly. All we had to do was clearance a little bit of the sheet metal in the frame there to allow clearance, and everything bolted up. So the engine's all bolted up, the drivetrain's all bolted up, and the car is technically officially all-wheel drive. And now I'm just waiting on a gas tank. And, well, if you'll notice, I have cut out a bunch of the car here. This was to make space so I could test fit different gas tanks, and the plan is to put a flat piece of sheet metal along here. I still have the stock piece that I cut out, and I will test fit it back in when I find a gas tank that's gonna work. But ultimately, I knew I was gonna have to modify this area, so the easiest thing to do was cut it all out, and that gives me tons of room for test fitting and whatnot. And then once I found a gas tank that's gonna work, I will make a flat piece that goes across here and put the access point for the fuel pump and the sending unit wherever it ends up being. So I know some people might think this is crazy that I've cut out a big section of the sheet metal of the car, but it's only where the rear seats go, and the plan is to make it flat and nice once everything's done. And so yeah, I think that brings everything up to speed on this project. This is where we're at. So yeah, I think that's about it for this update. Now that the drivetrain's all sorted out, I think I'm going to basically take the car out of the shop and bring it over to my new shop so I can put it on my hoist and work away at all the small little things that need to be taken care of. The turbo kit needs to be finished up. I gotta mount the intercooler, do all the intercooler piping, sort out what I'm gonna do about an exhaust system. But now that the drivetrain's all done, I can bring it over to my shop and hopefully work away at it much quicker and get this thing sorted out, because winter's here and there will be a lot of snow on the ground soon, and I want to take this thing out for some snow donuts once it's all sorted out. So anyways, I think that's about it for this video. Hope you guys are enjoying it, and thanks for watching. Bye now.